Welcome to the Arizona Daily Star Coaches Countdown. Here we have with us Wayne Jones, former Mountain View coach who won a state championship in 1993 to cap off a brilliant 14-0 season. Wayne, how are you today?
Doing fine, thank you.
Or rather, should I say Coach Jones, even though...
Like I said, I answer to a lot of things nowadays.
All right. Well, what have you been up to since your days since stepping down from Mountain View?
Well, for the last 7 years, I've been coaching at Tortolita Middle School, the 8th grade program. It was a great experience. I'd heard horror stories about working with middle school kids. They're the most gracious, hardworking group of kids I've ever been around.
Okay. Well, let's take a look back at some of your career moments, either Mountain View or just coaching in general. What's your biggest win?
Well, it'd have to be the state championship game. We won in Arizona Stadium over Suara. Kevin Schmicke had a great game. I think he set a state scoring record at that particular time, which may still stand. I'm not sure. And then we have to go back a few years. I started some time ago. I'm not a young man. In 1969 in Marion, Indiana, we went 10-0, and we were the mythical state champions at that time. And so that was a great season also.
Okay, so it started a long time ago. It wasn't like Mountain View was your first rodeo.
No, I started actually in 1962 for Newcastle, Indiana, and there for 6 long years. It was a tough grind. And then went to Marion, which was the largest school in the conference at that time, and had the 19-1 run there, culminating in the state championship game.
Okay, now let's take a look back to the other opposite side. What's your toughest loss you remember?
Oh my gosh.
Specifically from your time at Mountain View, yeah.
Probably the toughest was a game against CDO, at CDO. We went down 39-0 at halftime. Wow. Came back in the second half and went ahead of them with just minutes to go in the clock. And we had the ball. All we had to do is run the clock out. We fumbled. 2 plays later, they scored and went back ahead of us. So it was like up and down on a roller coaster. It was probably the most emotional game because this is the first time I can remember my wife actually crying after a ball game.
Okay. Well, you've been following the countdown. You appreciate it. You're number 8 on our list. Who would you say is Tucson's best coach of all time?
Well, looking at the win-loss record, you'd have to go with Vern Friedley. I mean, longevity and wins, percentage-wise, I mean, there's a lot of pluses there.
All right, great. And thanks again, Wayne. Coach Jones, appreciate it. Great having you with us.
Thank you.
And we'll be back next time.